Rainollon here. Today's another build showcase and it's Stropha. So let us immediately start. Starting with the stance. So the stance, it really doesn't matter which one you use. You can use Bullet Dance or High Noon. It generally doesn't matter. Nothing changes. We're only going to be focusing on the heavy attack system. So heavy attack doesn't really do anything with the stance bullshit. So yeah. For the mods, I'm gonna start with the Galvanized Reflect. Galvanized Reflect is an amazing mod for this weapon. It made it even more powerful. So it says here on melee kill, you get 20 initial combo for 20 seconds, stacks up 4 times. So after 4 kills, that's 80 initial combo, which is 5x all the time, which is amazing. So that makes synergy with Blood Rush and Gladiator Might interesting. So Blood Rush gives you 40 critical chance, stacks with combo multiplier. With this, after 4 kills, that's 5x, so that's 160 critical chance all the time, which is really good. Same in Gladiator Might, the bonus, 10 melee critical chance per combo multiplier, that's 40. So before people ask me, isn't 5 times 4 200 and 10 times 5 50? The first X doesn't count, so you only count the next 4. So that's how it works. So it says 5x, but the first x doesn't count, so it's 4x. So 4 times 40, that's 160. So yeah, that's a really interesting synergy. Amalgam Organ Shatter for critical damage and heavy attack vinyl speed. Gladiator Might also gives you critical damage. Galvanized Steel gives you critical damage and critical chance. So you get a lot of critical chance and critical damage, which is really good. Prime Fever Strike, Toxin, and Northwind Cold. And Prime Pressure Point for melee damage. So yeah, these are the mods I'm using. If you're doing Steel Path, of course you're going to be removing Gladiator Might for a Smite mod to do even more damage. If you're not doing Steel Path and you like seeing orange crits, this is for you. For the Arcane, this is, I will not say a must-have. You can use this. Melee duplicate on base crit hit, there is a 55% chance on your next attack to strike second time. If you have a maxed out one, sadly I don't, on base critical hit you have a 100% chance, which is pretty solid. It's a really good bonus damage increase. So yeah, these are the mods I'm using. For the stats, the only ones you should care are critical chance is really good, critical damage is solid, stat chance is horrible, and has a lot of base damage. Also the heavy attack is slightly different. As you can see here, the base damage on the heavy attack is 3 times higher. So yeah, it's overall really powerful in terms of stats. So that's pretty much it. Time for me to show you in game. So how does this weapon work? What is the heavy attack system? So instead of you holding E or the melee button, you don't do this. What you do is you press the alternative fire mode button, which is the middle mouse, and you shoot these powerful shots. That's pretty much it. That's how you're going to be using this weapon. So it hits like a truck. I'm going to spawn now Orc Battle Group dudes, 55 regular star chart, and do a heavy attack here. And as you can see, that's nearly 1 million. There you go, 1 million, 2 million, 1.2 million, there you go. So yeah, you're going to be hitting for large amount of numbers. Of course, heavy gunners are much tankier than regular units, but with buffs and armor strip, you're going to be seeing even bigger numbers. I was playing a heavy buffer, and I was seeing like 13 and 15 million DPS, like Mirage, for example. Even Siren is pretty good with it. So now I'm going to spawn level 195 Steel Path version of these dudes, and same thing, just alternative fire mode. Just one-shots these dudes. This is also, like I said, without buffs, and you just see millions and 2 millions. The speed on the heavy attack windups also scales with attack speed. So if you're using like Wisp or Gus or Volt, this is going to be shooting even faster, which is pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much the build. After 4 melee kills, you have all the time 5x. You can see your bottom right, 5x, 81. You can see a top right, we have Galvanized Reflect, Galvanized Steel, 4x from Gladiator set bonus, and 4x from Blood Rush all the time. So yeah, that's my Stropha. It's one of my most used melee weapons. I am no longer a big fan of holding E and increasing my combo counter to to times 12. I'm not a big fan of that. I like pulling out a powerful chunker like Stropha and just bursting down enemies, especially with the buffer. So yeah, that's Stropha. I hope I see a Prime version or a Tenet version or Incarnate version. I love it a lot. I hope you enjoy the build. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a like, sub, and see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.